It was March 17th, 1986. In the remote mountains of southern Chile, the sun rose as it always did. Children walked to school. Shops opened. Radios hummed with news from Santiago. But something no one noticed at first, was missing. By 9 a.m., a farmer named Luis Ortega realized it. He looked down, and his shadow wasn't there. And neither was anyone else's. At first, they laughed. The older men said it was a trick of light. The priest said it was a miracle. But by noon, people began to panic. There were no clouds, no eclipse. The sunlight looked normal, warm, bright, golden. But under every person, every tree, every wall, there was only light. No shape, no shadow. They didn't know it yet, but it was the last day the world will remember them. The village was called Los Altos. Population, 312. A farming town surrounded by forest and rivers. There were no highways, no phone lines, just a dirt road that wound through the valley. On March 17th, 1986, Los Altos was a town like any other. By March 19th, it was gone. By the second morning, the panic spread. Mirrors stopped reflecting properly. The image was dull, slightly delayed, as if the glass was tired. Dogs refused to go outside. And every compass in the town spun in slow circles. The priest, Father Rojas, wrote in his journal, "The light feels wrong. It doesn't bend anymore." At dusk, a stranger arrived, a man no one recognized. He was pale, wearing old-fashioned clothes, and carrying a leather briefcase. He told the mayor he was from the National Observatory. He asked to be taken to the center of the village, where the old clock tower stood. That night, the clock began to run backward. On the third day, Los Altos fell silent. Radios went dead. The air grew heavy, the kind of stillness that feels like being underwater. At 4:15 p.m., the stranger was seen standing in the church courtyard, facing the sun with his eyes closed. A witness said he whispered something, a single word, over and over, "Stay." Then the light changed. Not darker, just wrong. On the evening of March 19th, the last radio transmission from Los Altos was received. It was a single word, faint, distorted, almost like a whisper. Luz. In Spanish, it means light. When police arrived 2 days later, the town was empty, not abandoned, erased. The Chilean government's official report listed the event as a geological displacement, but photographs taken by journalists showed something stranger. Shadows, frozen in the ground, faint outlines of where people had once stood. Every reflective surface, every window, mirror, glass bottle, was painted black from the inside, and carved into the church door were 2 words, Nos quedamos. It means we stayed. In 2004, declassified weather data from southern Chile showed a strange anomaly that week. A solar flare with an unknown electromagnetic signature. One scientist called it a light inversion field, a phenomenon that bends visible light so perfectly it cancels its own shadow. But the theory didn't explain the disappearances, or the word stay. In 2017, hikers discovered a clearing 60 miles south of Los Altos. In the center stood a single wooden cross. The ground around it was scorched, but only in the shape of shadows. Human shadows. It seems the people of Los Altos finally found their light. We think of shadows as darkness, but maybe they're the only proof we have that light is real. And maybe somewhere, in a place where light bends back on itself, the people of Los Altos are still standing there, forever, without shadows,